Happy New Year's Eve and welcome to Durbania Live.
Yes.
We are going to jump into our top 5 anticipated movies for 2021. First, as always, got to say a huge thank you to all of my patrons.
Yes,
Thank
thank you.
Thank you all so much for your support. It means so much to have you guys on board supporting Durbania, and it's always exciting. So as we go into the new year, you'll notice one of our traditions is, what every other movie YouTube channel does, is to do your top 5 favorite movies, your top 5 worst. I think this whole year is just the worst.
It's just not been good. And we really didn't want to. We could not think of top 5 best, and we didn't really want to smash the only 5 movies that came out this year. So we opted just to do anticipated movies for 2021.
And let's throw this caveat out here as well. As we get into 2021, are these movies actually going to come out in 2021? Let's hope that they do. So we're anticipating these movies for 2021 and anticipating, hopefully, that they will actually open when they're scheduled to. Though it's funny, I went to the release dates. I'm going to jump over here to the comments, say hi to some of you, and hey, welcome. Yes, indeed, you are first, my friend. You are always first.
Now, I just have a question for you, because we always try to say Damien Ision fast enough. Would you prefer us just to call you Scott?
What is up, Dylan? How are you doing?
Hello, welcome.
And so
Happy New Year's Eve.
As we do our anticipated, be thinking about yours, because we're going to do our top 5, and then I want to turn it over to you, and I want in the comment section to see your top 5. I am going to have to pull up Facebook because I have Aaron White, one of my supporters, who gave me what he wanted to do. So I'll do that at the end.
Yes, and Aaron, I'm just going to say now, I have none of the same ones as you.
All right. That's awesome.
Except for I liked your list. There were ones in there that I agreed with. But okay.
All right. So so we're going to dive into ours. Laura's going to kick us off with her number 5. So number 5, worst to best, basically.
Are we doing honorable mentions first?
Forgot already. Nice setup for the show. Yes, Laura. What is your 2 honorable mentions?
Well, so my first is Raya. I think that looks like a really good animated, fun, upcoming movie.
I like Raya.
But when it comes to the animated movies, I already have. I'm not really anticipating them.
Right.
And my other honorable mention is all superhero, pretty much movies, mainly Marvel, because there's a lot that might be dropping. I am excited for them, but I expect them to be good. So I'm not like anticipating them greatly. I know I'm going to enjoy them. So that's why none of them are in my top 5.
There we go. One of my honorable mentions is Mission Impossible 7.
Oh, that's probably in my honorable mentions too.
Yep, I think that's going to be epic. And Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. I think that looks like it's going to be pretty good.
I think that looks good too.
Awesome. All right, Laura, let's get into the official here. What is your number 5?
So this one is kind of superhero related. So Morbius. I don't know which genre this is in at all.
It's Marvel.
Oh, it is Marvel?
Yes.
Oh.
And it's the Spider-Verse.
Well, then I just ruined my whole honorable mention
list.
Yes,
you sure did.
I put Morbius
okay.
in there because it looks different than any of the other movies. There were other Marvel movies that are coming out this year, but I haven't really seen any trailers for them, so I don't know anything about them. So that's another reason I'm not anticipating those. But this, I just liked it. I'm not 100% a huge fan of Jared Leto, but I thought in the trailer he looked awesome with what he was doing, and I just feel like that role, like he got it. So I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, but I'll talk more about that later. My number 5 most anticipated is The Suicide Squad. Now, if you follow me and you watch me for any amount of time, you're probably making hold on, let me pull this down. The face that she was just making when that card was up.
I didn't even know there was another one coming out this year.
Now I don't like the first Suicide Squad at all, but when DC fandom, like not even releasing a trailer, just some of that behind the scenes look at what James Gunn is doing, and it's like half the Guardians of the Galaxy cast is now playing like heroes like Polka Dot Man and other things, and
we'll see. That's how I feel.
I thought it looked extremely different, and the vibe was totally different than I got from the Suicide Squad. So I will say I put it here because I am now anticipating it. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad.
But you're anticipating. That's a good fit.
But it looked incredibly interesting. And with how mean I am to the current Suicide Squad, I think I should at least throw a compliment out there because I do love DC.
Yes.
And I am anticipating
He's a DC boy.
I am a huge DC fan. I mean, I like Marvel. There it is. Dang it. I can't. There.
Okay, you just stop.
Whatever. All right. Let's do your number 4. Well, I lost the mouse. There it is. There it is.
My number 4 is The Kingsman.
Yes.
So I really liked both of the Kingsman movie that came out already. And I don't know, I'm anticipating this because the second one, although not as good as the first one, was still a lot of fun
Yep.
and had a lot of action. So my hope is this one will fall into the same spectrum.
Yeah.
I really like Ralph Fiennes. I've never had anything that I've absolutely hated him in. I think he's a brilliant actor. So I think this will be an excellent movie. So I'm anticipating that one.
I wish I was. It's not like I'm not looking forward to it. I
Yeah.
like the Kingsman movies, but for some reason the idea of a Kingsman prequel just doesn't jump
You
out.
got to figure out how they started.
I guess. I don't know. I'm sure I will like it when I see it, but
I'm very,
Yeah.
that's why I'm anticipating it, because I'm very hopeful for it.
yes. All right. Well, my number 4, and I moved over here, is The Matrix 4. Now, this is an anticipated movie, number 1, because of my absolute love for the first Matrix. Love it.
Love it.
The sequels I like. I don't love them, but I don't hate them. Like so many people seem to just have this passionate hatred.
No, they're just not as good as the first.
Yes.
The first was awesome, revolutionary.
Matrix Revolutions. Anyway, I'm looking at Matrix 4, and in my mind I'm going, what story is left to tell?
I agree, and I'll just say now, this one's not on my list.
Yeah.
And which is surprising because I really, really like the Matrix movies, but it's not coming out until December. And I bet it's going to get pushed. So that's
Probably.
why I'm like, it's
Probably.
not going to be in 2021. So that was part of my reasoning. And 2, I don't know where they can go with it. So I'm not super excited.
Maybe it's the second coming. Since the first one reflects so much, Jesus in so many ways. Maybe this one is the second coming, the return of Neo.
Start of it all, but with Neo not being Neo, somebody else being Neo.
No, it's Keanu Reeves. He's back. So it's Trinity. So I'm looking. How do they?
I don't know how they're going to do it. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Laura, what is your number?
So I just want to say my number 3, 2, and 1. I interchange them constantly. But number 3 is going to be A Quiet Place 2.
Nice.
I loved the first Quiet Place. I am not a horror type movie person, but the way it was done.
Wait. She's not a horror type movie person.
But I love laughing at
But
them.
when we watch horror films together, she inappropriately laughs all over the place to the point that it is hysterical.
They're not realistic.
One day.
I don't like being over the top scared. I like to laugh. And so a lot of horror movies are funny. And not over the top scary.
Yep.
But there are some over the top scary ones that I don't, or demonic possession ones. No, I'm good. I don't need that.
Maybe one day when Cody Leach gives me yet another horror film to watch, I will have to film me and Laura watching it. I will cut it within the legal copyright parameters just so that you could see her reaction when we watch horror films. Continue on with A Quiet Place Part 2.
But I really, really enjoyed the first Quiet Place. And so I'm anticipating this movie because I want to see what they're going to do with it. So I think the trailer looks great.
Yeah.
I think the acting was fabulous in the first one. So I'm going to assume it's going to be just as good in this one. And I'm very bummed, spoiler, that John Krasinski died in the first one. But seeing as I believe he wrote, and he definitely directed it, I've got a feeling we might see a cameo in that before time.
Well, even in the trailer, there's a flashback. Like in the trailer, you see him in it.
So I'm curious to see if we'll see it. But I'm very much looking forward to that movie.
Yeah, I like the first one too, and the second one does look pretty darn good. All right, so here's my number 3, and I'm anticipating this one just a little bit more than Laura, and that is Morbius. I think and a lot of this is my sheer curiosity.
That's, I think, why I'm anticipating it.
Well,
I don't know anything
It's
about
in the
it.
Spider-Verse, but which one? Is it our MCU Spider-Verse? I mean, you have that.
It has to be because it has, why can't I remember his name? Michael Keaton.
Yes.
I can't remember what his character's name was in the movie.
The Vulture.
Thank you.
But it's interesting, though, because you have this poster in one of the shots of the trailer, and, it says, like, criminal or something written across Spider-Man, or murderer written across Spider-Man, but the picture of Spider-Man looks more like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. And so we have what looks like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. We have our MCU Vulture. So it's like, what, and we know all the rumors of the new Spider-Man 3.
People
So,
signing contracts.
yes, I am very curious, where is Morbius going to fit in on top of what you said earlier?
But
where it
Morbius
looks
was
different.
filmed before all of this stuff with the new potential Spider-Verse started.
How long have they been talking about this potential Spider-Verse and then strategically releasing this news of these actors? I mean, what do we know?
We don't.
We don't know.
Time
So,
will tell.
yes, time will tell. So Morbius, I think that one has my interest. So Laura, what is your number 2 most anticipated?
All right, my number 2 is Chaos Walking with Tom Holland.
Yes.
So, sorry, I'm waiting for him to drop the screen. So when I saw this trailer, because a lot of the times what happens is I watch the trailer and then I tell him if he should do a trailer reaction to it. And so I watched this and I had no idea what it was about at all. And I'm like, this looks awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, the concept of it, it's probably in another movie somewhere because there's not very much new stuff under the sun right now. But it felt new and fresh to me. So I am hopeful. I mean, I'm hoping it's not like a typical YA post-apocalyptic
please
world.
don't be that.
But it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like it's going to have humor. It looks like it's going to have action. And those check off pretty much all my boxes. So I am definitely anticipating that.
I think it looks good. I'm nervous about it because there's all this behind the scenes drama. It was supposed to come out a few years ago, I think. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think it was supposed to come out a few years back, and then so many weird production issues, and now it's coming out. But I thought the trailer looked good myself.
Time will tell.
Yes.
It's not the same kind of rumors that are going on behind Batman.
Oh.
Moving on. Your number 2.
My number 2 is back to the comic book realm, Black Widow. And oh, yeah, she's telling me these cues here. Okay.
He keeps forgetting to drop the poster.
Well, I'm letting people drink in the masterful artwork in the poster.
Yes,
anyway.
That is Black Widow.
The last time I watched the trailer, like, it was going to be higher up on my list, like at number 5. But the last time I watched that trailer with Laura, we're just kind of going over, like, what do we want to put in our list? And I was like, wow, I forgot how good that trailer looked. I don't like Phase 4 kicking off with a movie that takes place in Phase 3 after Civil War, before Infinity War. I think that's weird, but that doesn't mean the movie won't be good.
Yeah.
And so, like, Taskmaster and seeing him in the trailer and how awesome, like, I don't know much about that villain, but the way he looks in the trailer, the way he acts in the trailer, and of course we got our dude from Stranger Things popping up. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
Hopper. I can't.
Hopper. We got Hopper popping up.
It'll come to me eventually.
Yeah, at the oddest time in the middle of this video, she'll just randomly shout it. Anyway, it just looks
makes me sound terrible.
So
okay,
good.
sorry.
So I'm very much so looking forward to Black Widow, because it does look like another thing in the vein of Winter Soldier, where we're going to get a superhero movie, but it's really spy genre with a superhero twist. So I'm looking forward to that, and looking forward to see, like, how they're really going to make it fit into Phase 3. Because to me, we're still in Phase 3 if we're releasing that movie. But I don't know. The trailer just reminded me what looks so cool about it.
In my honorable mentions with all the others.
Yes, because she put all the Marvel movies together.
Yes.
All right, you ready for your number 2?
I am. Oh, wait, no, I'm on number 1, mister.
Oh, my gosh.
My number 1 is Free Guy. So, one of the reasons I wanted to make sure my top 2 were movies that were not sequels. Because, like I said, 1, 2, and 3, they all kept intersplicing. But the reason Free Guy got number 1 is, 1, I'm a big Ryan Reynolds fan. He cracks me up. Like, all of his stuff that he posts out there, his whole rivalry with Hugh Jackman, all that stuff, it cracks me up. So I am very much hoping for that humor side of him, which you see in the trailers, to be in this. And it looks like, I mean, it's making fun of all of those. Oh, I can't remember that movie that came out by Steven Spielberg back a while ago.
Oh, Ready Player One.
It looks like it's.
I don't know if it's making fun of that.
I don't know, but it looks
world.
like it's, stealing from that idea, and it's going to make it so much more fun and better. So I am very much looking forward to it, because it looks funny. It looks like stupid action, unrealistic stupid action, because it is in a video game.
But it's allowed to be like that.
And then, it's going to have, it's going to have some heart, because somehow he's going to come to life or save the universe or whatever he does.
He seems to be falling in love with a real girl. So I'm curious, how's that going to work?
But the heart isn't going to be, it's not going to be, hopefully it's not like one of those things where the first 45 minutes is great and the last half hour is like, oh my God, get it over with. So I'm just hopeful it's funny the whole way, a little bit of heart, and we just have a good time.
That's what I'm hoping too.
Yes.
It's one of those ones that's really
That's why it's
disappointing.
your
got moved.
honorable
Yeah, it's an honorable
mention.
mention. It's good. I think most of you could guess my number one most anticipated. Are we ready? Here it comes. Big reveal. No surprise to anybody. It is Zack Snyder's Justice League. I am highly anticipating this movie. And one of the things I get my comments a lot, even recently, like my Wonder Woman 84 spoiler talk, is, well, what are you going to do if it sucks? I'm going to rejoice that I saw it anyway. It might suck. But to actually see like what Zack Snyder's vision was, to see what was supposed to be the intended sequel to Batman vs. Superman and where it was supposed to go from there. I mean, the more I watch Batman vs. Superman, the more I think about it, the more I like it. There's still a lot of stuff I'm very disappointed with in that movie. But I do appreciate it and appreciate how different it is. And I'm looking forward to getting the actual Snyder vision. Where was it supposed to go from there? And how will this change the DCEU going forward?
I don't know if it'll change it.
Well, there's so
we'll
many
see.
rumors now that they want to throw out the theatrical Justice League
and make
altogether,
this it, which is kind of how we'll probably watch it.
And now Justice League's kind of like Other Earth, whereas the Snyder Cut is the canon. And so I will be curious.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. And I guess it also depends on people's reaction to it. So I'm looking forward to it. Good or bad, I'm just looking forward to it.
See, I'm not anticipating it because it is kind of, we've been waiting for this for that long. And I feel like I've already gotten it. I know there's going to be new stuff, but it's hard to anticipate something when you just don't really, I don't know. I want it to be good. I do.
Yep.
But I'm scared. Just a little bit.
All right. So we have here, why isn't Spider-Man 3 in your anticipated lists? I guess I didn't realize it was coming out in 2021 as I was looking it up.
Yeah, I was under the impression they pushed it to 2022, which is why it's not. Because if it is, it would definitely be in my list.
Yes, and you can know that
I like the Spider-Man movie.
I like him too, and you can know I'm anticipating that movie one way or the other. I don't know. I guess it's just one of those I assumed was not coming out 2022. So my bad for not.
Yeah,
I guess
that's
diving in
the
there.
hard part is a lot of the movies right now, they're not giving you firm dates because the time we're in, things are getting pushed all over the place.
Yes. So now let's hear from you. What are some of the ones you are most anticipating in 2021?
Oh, I can tell you, Aaron White, his number one was Justice League as well.
You know what? I'm going to flip over here to you know what? Laura, keep them entertained. I'm going to go grab my phone.
Okay. So I'm going to try to do this and go through his comments here. So let me come over here. We have Dale saying he's also excited for the Snyder Cut. A lot of people who watch Durbin's channel, huge Snyder Cut fans. Let's see what's next. Damien Easton Scott says Mortal Kombat. Now that is a movie that was in my later honorable mentions because there was that one that came out a long time ago. Well, I don't know if it was a long time ago, but it just was not good. And so I'm hopeful that it'll be good, but I'm not anticipating it because I've been let down so far. And then let's see. I'm just going down the list.
Well, first let me get Aaron White here on Facebook. Oh, I'll get to that.
Sorry.
Aaron White.
Back, Dylan.
So his top 5 is number 5, The Conjuring. Conjuring 3. Number 4, Ghostbusters Afterlife, which I would consider an honorable mention because I am looking forward to that. I'm not beyond excited, but I am looking forward to that. Number 3, Top Gun Maverick. And number 2, Fast and the Furious 9. And number 1, Justice League, The Snyder Cut. Yep. And he says Happy New Year. So Happy New Year to you too, Aaron.
And now we're going to jump to Dylan's because his is up. And he says Batman and James Bond. James Bond was one of my one that went back and forth into the top 5.
I would have put Batman, but he got pushed to 2022.
Yeah, and that's why Batman wasn't in ours either. So
yeah, I am looking forward to finally getting James Bond. That sounds amazing. But
another person saying Batman too.
Yep.
I just kind of started the comments. I think I missed a bunch, so I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not new I'm new to this whole thing.
It's okay.
I have no idea what my most anticipated is because I can't read straight. I'm sorry. I don't have my glasses on.
Oh yeah, because the years are just combining for me. Yeah, yes! I totally get that. I have totally
agreed. Okay, I'm gonna let Chris take over the mouse because I don't apparently know what I'm doing. So sorry.
All right, let's see. So what are some of yours? Let's dive into here.
He just scrolled down. So if we missed
it,
so
you know what?
Please comment again.
Yes. So we have The Brightest Night, Fast and the Furious 9, The Snyder Cut, Black Widow, Godzilla vs. Kong,
That
yes,
was another one that
and Boss Baby. I wish I could say I was looking forward to Boss Baby.
So,
well, actually, no, I don't care.
Godzilla vs. Kong, one of the reasons that we didn't put it into our top 5 is because how many minutes of Godzilla was in the Godzilla movie?
Well, the second one was better.
And Kong was better, but they didn't have that epic feel that I was really hoping to get from the MonsterVerse. And so I am hopeful for this movie, but I'm not really anticipating.
I could agree with that 110%. Let's see, I have a question for Laura. What do you think of Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole?
Love it. Absolutely love it. So disappointed that they're not doing sequels. It was, we were, one of those fun people that had 3D TV, and that was our first 3D movie. And
Voyage of the Dawn Treader was our second. Yes.
But it's like there's that rain scene where he flies. So good.
So good in 3D.
The animation is spectacular. I would recommend that movie because the story's also awesome too.
Yeah. Let's see. We have The Brightest Night. Oh, I already read The Brightest Night. Sorry. Oh, wait. That's what I meant to do. That's the new one. Justice League Snyder Cut is in no way can suck any worse than what we got released in 2017.
True story.
Yeah. You know what, Chris? You are right. You are in no way could it suck anymore. And then, Chris continues. I almost forgot Scream 5.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep. I think I've only seen Scream 1, actually. So
I've seen the first 3. I haven't seen the 4th one.
I agree. Legends of the Guardian is a masterpiece.
Totally is.
Wait, Dale. I want the Apple Part 2 in 2021.
No, I will not go and watch that.
You will be alone in watching that.
He made me watch the first one, and
yeah.
That's in my bottom 5 movies that I've ever seen.
The Apple.
Yeah.
Just go find our review of that movie. Dale continued and said, I'm interested to see how John Cena does as the bad guy in Fast and the Furious 9. I'd be curious to see that.
See, I wonder if he is going to remain as the bad guy.
What I can't wait for is, I think the Fast and the Furious series is the most ridiculous series. It is a very expensive car version of Sharknado. And you're free to disagree with me, but that is what it is. And so I can't wait until F10 when they have cars that go into space and they go out warp drive and make rounds around Mars and stuff. Like I'm looking forward to that. And they got to go save the secret Mars base. That definitely fits right within them. Let's see here.
I'm the bad one. I've only
Laura, what do you think of Kung Fu Panda movies? How to Train Your Dragon? Those are all good.
All excellent movies. But my favorite animated movie and my favorite feel-good movie is Shrek. So it beats all of those, but those are also awesome movies.
Well, my favorite movie of all time is Jurassic Park. What's yours?
Oh, that's really hard. It depends on the mood I'm in.
Shrek.
Shrek. But if I want to go for epic Lord of the Rings.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I could keep going. I've got a lot of favorite movies, but Shrek is I can quote that movie.
What was both of your top 5 and bottom 5 movies of 2020? Yeah, that was hard. I would have to say I didn't like Artemis Fowl at all. That's a bottom.
Oh, I read those books. I was so disappointed in that movie.
I'm disappointed that the last movie I saw on big screen was Vin Diesel and I think it's Bloodshot.
I didn't see that. Yeah, I had to work that night.
I mean, it wasn't the worst film ever made, but to be your last movie in 2020 before everything is shut down, that's disappointing.
Yeah, I did like it's not Upward. It's the animated movie that came out with Chris Pratt and Justin Holland on Disney. Oh my gosh.
Onward.
See, I said upwards. I was in the right direction.
I froze like a computer there.
Because there weren't very many good movies this year, so that would probably be in my top 5. Are we allowed to add TV shows?
I like
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian was one of the most epic things I watched this season, especially that season 2 finale.
Yeah.
Don't spoil that for anybody who hasn't seen it yet.
No, we'll just say that they are saving the Star Wars universe.
And I did like Wonder Woman 84. I'd put that in my top 5.
That's very middle of the road for me. So it's not top 5 or bottom 5, but I don't, like I said, so few movies this year. Very
okay. I have an answer to this question. Do more theories how Dom and family keep surviving those ridiculous stunts. Okay. My one theory is the movie Bloodshot. I truly believe it's a prequel to Fast and the Furious and how Vin Diesel's character got his superpowers to survive basically anything.
Yeah. I've only seen half of those movies.
Yes. I wish the Batman was still on for the 2021 October release date since they are taking inspiration from The Long Hollow. I do too. That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, there was drama. Then there was somebody with COVID. Then there was this. So I saw that it was pushed to 2022, which is why it wasn't in my list. But who knows?
So I guess Shang-Chi is Friggy's like #1 movie for 2021.
Oh,
Must be the film to beat to reach must be the first to reach 3 billion. Well, let's hope. I figure a team up movie would do that.
And that was in my honorable mentions, like all the Marvel universe, because that's one of the Marvel ones, right? The 10.
Yeah.
And then
Marvel.
the other one
It's
was
the
Eternals.
MCU. Yes.
So both of those, but I don't know anything about those universes, and there wasn't any trailers yet. So that's why it was hard for me to put it into anticipated, because I just didn't know more about them. But I'm hopeful because I love Marvel movies. They're great.
I think Dale asked a good question here. I notice you're a Christian, but you seem to dislike quite a few Christian films. What is it about most Christian films that you don't like? I'll tell you what it is.
They are cheesy.
They are cheesy,
overly preachy,
and when I say overly preachy, I'm talking about the fact that they stopped telling a story to throw a message at my face. I don't go to a movie for a sermon. I go for a story. So show me in the story. For instance, The Chosen, I think, is a fantastic series. And yes, there's moments where it's preaching, but it's the story. It's Jesus preaching, because that's what Jesus did. But what it's about is the story and watching him, do his thing.
Yeah, they're not stopping and having an altar call in the middle of the episode and then moving forward.
Another one that I find an exception to my rule is the movie Risen. I think that movie really is great too. As a soldier goes to investigate who stole Jesus's body from the tomb and stumbles upon the truth of what happened.
I also like the one, and I am forgetting the name of it. It came out, I don't know if it was last year or the year before last, where the boy drowned.
And, oh yeah.
That was a very breakthrough. That's it.
No. Whatever.
Oh, one of those movies. But I enjoyed that movie. I thought it was fun. Yeah. It had the preachy-ish message, but it flowed in the story well. So there are exceptions to the rule. But it's just really hard when they try. They really do try hard, but they feel like they have to add this preach message into it, because I'm guessing that's what their donors help them with. I'm not sure. So
yeah, I want to like Christian movies better. And so my biggest problem isn't that they're cheap, and it isn't even so much that they're cheesy, even though that's bad, but it is just the preaching, the way they go about it, rather than tell me the story. Yeah. C.S. Lewis was brilliant about telling you the story, and you got the message through the story. And so I feel like
Flying
that's the
Wheel
problem.
Is another good Christian movie.
Yeah, I'm back and forth on this.
I like that one.
All right. Now, this is fun. Kieran said, by the way, I'm new here, Durbin. Saw you previously on Cody's channel and today on Brian's live stream. Love your energy. Glad I found you. Well, thank you so much. That was fun today earlier. And be sure to head over to Brian's channel and check that out. We did like an hour-and-a-half long Wonder Woman spoiler talk panel. A lot of great YouTubers and channels.
Yeah, there were 6 of you guys on there.
Yeah, it was I had a blast doing it. Anytime I could talk DC, I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
But it was a blast doing that. So definitely check that out. Let's see here. Chris, question for Durbin. Did you see my pitch I sent on Facebook? My pitch, the DCEU Phase 1, which I got the idea from Pitch Wars with you and Cody Leach. Your top 5 ways DCEU could be as epic as MCU. I feel like I did. Refresh me. And either resend it to me in private or in the comments, because I love those type of things and going over that. So yeah, and I'm glad you enjoyed that Pitch Wars that Cody Leach and I did. That was a blast putting that together. So thank you so much for watching.
Resend it.
Yes, definitely.
Because he normally responds to all that stuff. So if he didn't respond, definitely resend it to him.
Yeah, I try to respond, but you can imagine that sometimes just a lot of stuff comes in. So I try.
Especially over the holidays, there's a lot.
And then I'm out of town on the holidays, and so it's hard.
Yeah.
So here's a good one. I really want to see Shang-Chi. I'm excited for the fighting choreography in it.
Yes.
I do love the fact that I was reading the description yesterday in IMDb talking about like this kung fu master. I'm like, yes, give me a Marvel kung fu film. That does sound absolutely amazing.
We very much like kung fu movies. Well, not tons.
Laura, did you watch Power Rangers as a kid? I did.
Kind of.
I was obsessed. Yes.
So they actually filmed it about 10 minutes away from where I live. And so at all of our school events, a Power Ranger would come and do a display.
Yeah.
But that was like season 1 and 2. My sister was much more of a fan of it than I was. I think I was like a year too young. And then when I got to the age, I didn't really watch much TV.
Yeah, that's sad.
I played basketball. I went out and shot hoops with friends. I mean,
Yeah,
it
I
is
was a
what it
Mighty
is.
Morphin Power
Yeah.
Rangers person. I didn't do much of the other versions. I stuck to my Mighty Morphin Rangers, and
Mighty Morphin Power
I
Rangers.
understand. And then after a while,
Go Power Rangers. See, I know the song. I watched it and I enjoyed it. It's just back then they didn't really have reruns, and there
That's
was no
true.
streaming where you could rewatch it. So if you weren't there, you missed it.
So do you do a lot of live streams? I've been picking it up more since I got StreamYard. I kind of dragged my heels on it, but now that I got it, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
So I do plan to pick it up more, especially since I'm paying monthly for this service. I need to make it worth it. So
we're trying to figure out what kind of a thing we want to do for the live streams.
Yes.
Like if we want to have a series or have certain reviews be done that way.
So if you have suggestions of things that you think would be highly interactive and a lot of fun, definitely send that to me because I'm always looking for those ideas.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see. Dylan said, "Have a happy New Year. I'm going to go celebrate.
Too. Happy
see
New
you
Year.
later. Brightest night."
That's right. East Coast. It's almost midnight. Or it is past midnight.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
No, it's not.
No, it's
oh my
not.
gosh.
No,
my
on the East
mind's
Coast
in
it's
another
9:30.
place.
My goodness.
Sorry.
Hope you
Moving
do
on.
a vid about what Christian movies are lacking nowadays. I'd like to hear both of your thoughts. You know what?
That would be a good idea.
I have been tossing around how to do that. So I haven't done it yet, but that's a good idea because I am looking for some 2021 ideas as we wait for movies to, grace us one more time.
And if he doesn't, we want to really be, tactful because we are excited that there's Christian movies and that they're getting better. But we don't want to insult anybody because we know they're doing the best that they can. So, want to keep it positive. That's one thing he is. Positive man.
I had Suicide Squad in my phase after BVS, but it really leads into Justice League. By having the squad start on their mission, then when they find the real plan, they also find out how to disarm the mandate. Oh, nice. That's a good idea. Let's see. Who else? Let's continue forward with your anticipated for 2021.
What are you looking forward to?
Let me see. I know I jumped over a bunch of comments
go up to
here.
the top maybe and see if there's any good ones up there.
That's true. We were talking a lot at the top. So
we were.
Let's see here.
See if there's anything up there that looks good.
Let's see. Dragon Critic, my most anticipated film of 2021 is Spider-Man 3. Yes, I could definitely agree with that.
Yeah, especially if it comes out in 2021.
My number 5, definitely Suicide Squad. I still like what we got before. Well, that's awesome. I wish I liked what we got before, and I see the potential in it.
There was some good stuff in the original. It was just, this. Yeah. I couldn't.
The dancing girl. Yeah.
I'm like, come on. I'm like, that this woman should be like this wicked sorceress that could like do more than just that. And they kind of showed it a little bit, but they did not give her what she could have been. At least that's my opinion.
Well, I just wish it was the Joker. It shouldn't have been her.
Yeah. And so I think they were going to plan on doing a new Suicide Squad with the Joker being it in the next one, but since it didn't do well.
Yep. Dale's also excited for the new Suicide Squad. My most anticipated is the Spider-Verse film. It better be the best. I agree. That had better be the best, especially with the animated film. Now I'm wishing I had that in here. It's just I wasn't sure it was 2021. So
I could have sworn I read that it was pushed to 2022, which is why we did not include it.
That's okay. It's worth talking about a movie that sounds that exciting. Yeah. A live action Spider-Verse.
Yes. What I'm hoping they do is they get Charlie Cox in there as Daredevil.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so hopeful for that because I love the Netflix Daredevil.
Peter's identity revealed to the world, and now we need Charlie Cox to help him.
Lawyer?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be awesome. And then tie him up into this whole spider. Maybe he meets Ben Affleck. Ooh, that might be pushing it. That might be.
I think Ben Affleck is done with superhero movies.
Yeah, he might be. All right, let's see here. Oh, after they go on a crime spree and Amanda knows Bruce Wayne is Batman and tells to get the other heroes together, the squad also joins with Joker and break Lex Luthor out of prison. Yeah, that's better than what we got. I like the idea of a cyborg Superman in your vision. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm really excited about the Suicide Squad from James Gunn. Seems like a very overlooked project from fandom because of all the other cool stuff we got.
Yep.
Yeah, and they didn't have a trailer, which is fine because they're not ready for that yet. But yeah, I get why that was overlooked.
Because they brought well, I mean, what, there's like 20 people in that panel for actors, and it wasn't even everybody on the cast. I mean, it's gonna be that's part of my concern, is that they're shoehorning so much in there. And so that's why it's not anticipated for me, because I'm
Yeah.
afraid it's not going to do the characters justice. I'm very hopeful, but that's why it's not anticipated.
Yeah.
For him, it is.
All right, what do we got here? I want Venom 2 immediately. I am looking forward to Venom 2. I would put that as my honorable mention. I like the first one. I don't love it. Like, I haven't even gone out to buy it on Blu-ray yet. So I enjoyed it, but I think
liked it.
they did a great build-up in the beginning.
I think it needed to be rated R.
They're lacking in the middle. That would be the real thing. It needed to be R-rated.
I think it was missing a lot of just a lot of what Venom is. And I don't know much about Venom, but from what I've seen and the little things I've read here and there, it needed to, it didn't showcase Venom to what he really is.
Yeah. Brightest Night. I'm excited for the Snyder Cut. Do you have any predictions? Oh man, do I have? I have theories. I don't know if I have predictions, and I've been trying to stay away from that because I just want to let it be what it is and go into that film with as much surprise as I can.
I have no predictions at all.
Yeah,
None.
I
just that it's going to be somewhat different.
I wonder. One prediction I have is I think we're going to spend more time with a confused Superman. Maybe more time.
I would like that because Superman. He turned around pretty quick.
I think the original plot was two villains and the other one was Superman because, you know, he came out disoriented and confused. Mm-hmm. So I think we might get more of that. That's a prediction that I have there. And especially since this cut is going to be 4 hours long, possibly divided into 4 parts, which just give me the 4 hours in one shot.
Yeah,
holy
I'd rather just knock it out.
Yes, but yeah. Let's see. Charlie Cox is Daredevil like Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. No one else can play the role. Yes.
Totally agree. He did so good. Love that show. And such a great, all 3 seasons were epic.
Yeah. All 3 were brilliant.
Great.
All 3. And he was the best part of the, combining one. Where
yeah, and Karen Page annoyed the snot out of me, but I still loved the show.
Yes. Will you do a state of the DCEU post Wonder Woman 84? Honestly, I haven't talked to Cody Leach about that yet. So I will talk to him about that. I wouldn't mind doing a state of the DCEU past Wonder Woman 84.
You're definitely going to do one after Justice League.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's no way around that.
And honestly, I hope the same panel we put together today for Wonder Woman 84, I hope we could do that again for Justice League. That would be completely epic. Yeah. Let's see. And now Rachel's joining us.
Hi, Rachel.
You are brave to dare to anticipate anything.
That's why we didn't do top 5 favorites and worst, because
this year was weird.
This year was just weird.
Yeah, honestly, none of this might even come out this year. So,
But you know what we're
But it's the New Year's Eve. We got to talk about something. Yes. And so, yeah, I anticipate that hopefully movies will come out.
We just have to be happy that 2020 is behind us.
And we'll see what happens with Warner Brothers and HBO Max. It seems enough directors are pretty ticked about this decision, especially the director of Dune.
Oh my gosh, we didn't put Dune in honorable mention. You know what?
I
am the weird one who didn't really like the original because I didn't watch it until like 20 years after it was made. And the whole whispering, talking thing was weird for me. But he really likes the original.
No, I'm lukewarm on the original.
Then why do we own it?
I don't know. I really don't know. Are you excited for the MCU's future? And if so, do you think that they can possibly top Endgame? If anybody could top Endgame, it's the MCU.
Marvel, yeah.
It's funny because we've been away from it for so long that, yeah, I am anticipating it. Of course, I think they're going to have a good future.
I think it has to be different.
It definitely is, because we're going to bring the multiverse in. I think WandaVision is going to give us a whole new world. Yeah. I think it's going to feed into...
I think it's very doable.
Yeah.
But it has to be... It can't feel like it's the same, or else it'll feel like we're building to the same kind of a conclusion like we did in Endgame. That's my opinion.
This is interesting.
Cut him off, sorry.
No, it's fine. Do you think someone out there will make a point why they think the theatrical cut of Justice League is better than Snyder's version?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. No. Of course somebody's going to do that. And who knows? Maybe the theatrical cut will be better, which would be incredibly sad. But I doubt that. I think the Snyder cut's going to be awesome, and that's my anticipation of it. And if I'm let down, I'm let down. I don't care. I think it's going to be awesome.
And I feel like somebody is going to want to be the devil's advocate just for fun and they'll make a video doing that anyways,
Yeah.
just for fun to see how many people they can piss off.
Which, by the way, check out Rachel's channel.
Yeah.
If you haven't, head over there and check out
Yes.
Rachel's channel. After this comment, let's do 3 more comments from you and what you're anticipating the most in
Yes.
2021. Let's see here. My most anticipated project for Phase 4 of the MCU has been WandaVision since they announced it because I love Scarlet Witch in the comics. Honestly, I could have cared less about it until that first trailer was released. And then I went, whoa. And I think I liked it because of how confused I was, how utterly different it looked, and it leaves me wanting more out of that.
Yeah. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
So, and for me, because there's the 3 different TV shows coming out.
Yes.
And I really thought Loki would be the one I'd be the most excited for. But after seeing the trailer, it's actually number 3 on my list. I'm excited for it still. But and WandaVision and the Winter Soldier and Falcon, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, those 2 go back and forth for me on number 1.
Yeah.
But I was kind of surprised because I really like Tom Hiddleston as Loki. I think he's brilliant at it. And so, but the trailer was just,
Yeah,
I don't
weird.
know.
I
It
do
didn't
look forward
sit
to it
well.
still, though.
Yeah.
Like, it does look interesting.
We're talking about anticipated TV shows.
Yes.
That would probably be in there for me.
So let's see here. Continuing. Yeah, the HBO Max thing is crazy, and I agree on Dune. I'm very excited, but I'm curious to see how it will translate in a live action. Me
Yep.
too. And I think they split the book in half, so I think they're
That's
going to
what they
take
were
their time
talking
with
about.
it.
Yeah.
So if that's true, awesome, because I haven't read the book, so this will be a great way for me to make more sense out of what I saw in
Gotta
that
give it as
original
much
movie.
justice as they can.
Let's see here. I am curious about the Eternals, but that's it. Awesome.
Okay.
And someone will definitely make a video or article for clicks why 2017 Justice League is better than the Snyder. You know they will do that just for the clicks. And, goes on to say, I'm excited for the Snyder Cut. So let's just do maybe 1 or 2 more comments on what you're most anticipated for 2021.
Or just put what you're anticipating for. Go for it.
Yes. Do you think Avatar 2 will make its money back with a $1 billion budget? No. Well, maybe.
Wait, there's an Avatar 2?
Oh my gosh, where have you been? There's like 4 or 5 more
I
coming
thought
out together.
I thought it was a live action show on Netflix.
No, not that Avatar. Not the good.
Oh my gosh.
The blue
Sorry,
giant
we
Smurfs.
recently watched the animated Avatar,
Yes,
which is
Aang.
a brilliant show.
Yes.
Yeah, not Ong. And so totally missed that one.
Oh man.
I don't know if it'll make it. Well,
it's James Cameron.
it's been so long since the
On
last
that
one.
alone, it might. But honestly, I'm not looking forward to the Avatar sequels. I'll see them. Whether I had a channel or not, I would see them because it's like, yeah, okay, you spent like so much time on it. I will see it.
What
but
I want to know
just
is
can't
what
imagine.
is James Cameron doing to make it
Different.
like this new, different? What filming? Because that's what he did with Avatar.
Well, he is doing something new. That's why it's taken this long.
I know, and that's he's ahead of the game. I'll be interested to see if it works.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy
God
New
bless.
Year.
And then also after watching Mandalorian and knowing the budget and technology they are using for the shows now. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing what they're doing with the shows now. They're like Mandalorian came out good. I can't wait to see how the Marvel shows are going to come out.
One of the things that I have as a flaw with a lot of movies is that I want more character development. And what I love about like the Mandalorian and the Netflix shows is it's like 8 episodes or 10 episodes and there's no filler episodes. So I'm getting what I want. I would also like it on the big screen because the big screen is just, I love going to the movies. Haven't in like 10 months. February was the last movie for me, but
March was mine.
Yeah.
So yours was Sonic. Was that your last movie on the big screen before the world
Sonic
changed?
on the big screen?
Okay, I saw Sonic on the big screen.
I've seen it.
Okay.
So I thought it was Upwards. That movie. I did it again. Onward. That was what it is. Yeah.
Maybe it was Onward. I can't remember.
It's one or the
My
other.
last one was Bloodshot
yeah.
or whatever. Yes. Let's see here. The Eternals. Do you know who they are? Not at all.
No, and there's a part of me that doesn't want to look it up.
Yeah.
So that this way, when the movie comes out, I'm surprised and I'm excited.
Yep. And we'll take this as our final comment and say goodnight. Enjoy your New Year's as
Happy
we usher
New
in
Year's,
2021.
everybody.
I have to go with Snyder Cut for 2021 because I need to see Darkseid live action. It means a lot to me as a comic nerd. I totally agree. Darkseid is an epic villain, and he probably won't be big, You know, he'll be in there. We'll probably see him do stuff, but you know, it's still Steppenwolf.
Well, because Dark Side, because it's kind of like Thanos. It's like they're seeding it for the future movies.
So I hope we get sequels to the Snyder Cut.
If it's good, it will.
Yeah.
And I also like Henry Cavill as
Superman.
I think he's a great Superman.
Oh, he deserves more movies.
I agree.
This Justice League better get him more Superman movies. I'm telling you.
We're hopeful.
Well, on that note, that was our top 5 most anticipated movies for 2021. And Dale says, good night, guys. See you later. God bless. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, too.
Happy New Year as well.
Happy New Year's to you, too. Happy New Year to you. So, Happy New Year to everybody.
Yes.
Hit that subscribe button to become a Durbanian
Thanks
and hit
for
that
being
bell.
here tonight with us.
Yes, and hit the bell by that subscribe button so you're notified the next time we do a live stream like this, because we love having you guys be a part of it. It's a blast, and meeting new people, like that's always such a fun thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you all so much for joining us. Yes, Happy New Year's to you, and we'll do some more streams, and I hope to see you around a whole lot more. Thank you so much for joining today.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Thank you. I almost said Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. I am all messed up in 2020. I'm looking forward to. No, 2021 is going to be weird too, but that's okay.
Whatever. Life is weird. So happy New Year's to y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you're notified the next time we go live, or Sunday, my Smallville ranking video of all 10 seasons. That's going to be
I'm very glad we're done watching them all.
We love them, but you know what it's like. It's 10 seasons
10
of binge.
seasons in 10 weeks.
Woo.
Yeah.
It was quite a bit. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.